Another storm could be headed this way next week. Global warming, where are you? We want you back.
But there isn't even one study that can be produced that shows that carbon dioxide is a harmful gas.
Pre-winter into winter storm like Europe hasn't seen in years. Forget about all that global warming talk.
Global warming. New Yale study says 57% of teens understand that global warming is caused mostly by humans' activities. Is it really now?
There is certainly a scientific consensus on climate change, and it is by 98% of scientists that the atmosphere has been destabilized by the introduction of carbon emissions into the atmosphere over the last 150 years. In warming our entire atmosphere, we have altered its behavior, we've altered the poles, and so we've lost the gravitational pull of the ice caps. The North Pole is disintegrating, and so that has actually destabilized the weather systems that were oriented the way they were because of the ice at the polar regions.
Some people do believe in the science generally, but they choose not to believe in it, or they choose not to do anything about it because they don't want to change. Because if understanding and accepting that climate change is happening means we have to drastically change our lifestyles. And they don't want to do that. And I mean, we all, to a certain extent, don't want to do that because we're living relatively comfortably. But if accepting climate change means they have to really change their lives, then some people are going to fight with all their might to not let that happen.
I think we have a very unfortunate situation in this country where there's a lot of disinformation that is systematically and somewhat cynically produced by our media, which is controlled by a group of people who very sadly have short-term benefits from the current economy and dependence on fossil fuel. And so I think that unfortunately, again, our education system is such that people are still very prone to being influenced by things that they, by their fears, for one thing. Nobody wants to see what we are seeing. None of us want to see this happening.
Yeah, that's a question that I've been struggling with for a while. I feel, especially doing this project. In some ways, I feel that it's somehow not too late. I think it's necessary that we change the way we interact with the Earth, and that's a step ahead, and basically learn more about issues of climate change, not just the sciences, but what is environmental justice and whatnot. So in that way, it's not too late. There are a lot of different ways that we can change the ways we live.
We have to shift to a different kind of energy economy. And in doing so, we have to alter our economy radically. And it doesn't mean that we will be miserably uncomfortable necessarily, but we really need to shift from a consumerist, energy-heavy lifestyle to a much different local economy and lifestyle. So can we prevent a major shift? No, I would say. Are there things we can do about it? And the way that we live into this? Absolutely. And we need to do it.